just on my way to Quetico Provincial Park right now for a 2-night trip. Going to be launching from Stanton Bay on Pickeral Lake and try some short form video. Nothing too crazy, but just play around with some camera angles and test out some shots and see exactly what I can come up with for my first actual attempt at a longer video. Well, just behind Emerald Island, or on the east side of it, taking a little bit of shelter from the wind and slowly making my way towards the Pickeral Narrows, which connects Pickeral Lake to Bachawang, or however you exactly pronounce it, lake. And don't know if the GoPro will be able to pick up the smoke from their earlier footage, but across the lake and at any distance you can see it is quite smoky. You probably can pick it up even just behind me, but it doesn't smell like smoke or anything. It just, you can tell there's a very thick haze of it in the distance. So keep paddling, try and make somewhere around the Narrows is my plan. I've seen a couple other groups of paddlers, but not very many, considering how packed the Stanton Bay parking lot was. So hopefully there'll be one of those classic prime Quetico sites still available closer to the Narrows. Well, just finished paddling along the whole southern portion of Emerald, and now I'm just working my way into a little chain of islands. That's kind of where the portage from Pine Portage Bay enters, and just popping in here to take a little break from the wind because it's not a crazy strong headwind, but it's consistent. So take it relax. I'm not trying to munch miles this trip and cover a lot of territory. Save that for another trip potentially later this year or maybe next year. Only saw a couple paddlers on the stretch. One was camped out, another 2 canoes were paddling back east on the lake, so still been pretty quiet, all things considered, for Pickeral Lake on a long weekend, but I'm sure the next couple days that will pick up as people start to exit from the closer portage lakes. Stop at the campsite that my dad and I used last year for our last campsite after the Cache River trip, because this headwind is not dying and I don't feel like battling it all the way home on Monday if the wind switches up bad. But it's a really nice kitchen area. Tons of hammock tree and hammock placement options. Alright, hammock is set up. I've got water filtering because I'm very thirsty, and the wind's still gusting decent, so I'm going to go for a swim, play around with the GoPro underwater, snorkel, see what I can find. Basically just wait until the wind dies down later in the evening and it cools off a little bit, then I'll get back out on the boat and go do some fishing, but not in too big of a hurry. Just gonna relax now that I'm set up. That is the nice thing about barbless hooks, is they do just pop right out. There we go. Decent little pike. Well, pretty. Okay, let's try this again here. Pretty simple night tonight. Went out for one lap around the island. That's just behind me. Can't really see from the trees, but small little island. One so-so sized pike. But tomorrow's main goal is fishing, so hopefully we'll have more luck then. But pretty laid back night tonight. Still decently windy. Windy enough where I don't feel like fighting it fishing. Just gonna lounge in the hammock and read my book when I finish eating my sausage and rice. Nothing glamorous, but it's quick, easy. Don't feel like having a fire tonight. Just keep it low key and simple. Well, just in the middle of making breakfast, and I really hope this GoPro can pick it up, but there's some wolves howling off in the distance. But it's super calm, which I'm sure will change pretty quick once when the wind starts again. But also have some campsite visitors. Well, hopefully the GoPro picked up the wolves howling. There's also a couple loons hanging out around site this morning, which has been nice. It's flat calm, but the sun's coming up and I can already feel the heat, so I will probably be going for a swim midday. Debating how far I want to paddle. I might go all the way into the Narrows since I'm not technically in the true Narrows, but I'll probably also explore the north side of Pickeral because I have not checked that out ever. So it'll be cool to see something new, and I've got all day. So yeah, the other thing, first time bringing ghee into the backcountry. I don't know if I can, yeah. Becomes very, very messy. So, gonna have to figure out a better solution than this. And I'm not trying to do patties with this. We're just gonna some might argue that's still kind of burnt. Not too shabby for a first attempt. I've got a feeling this is a pike. Yep. LDR, long distance release. Kind of nice, saves me getting all the slime in the boat. Let's hope this is the walleye. Oh! Just saw a bunch of bass surfacing, so casted a line into it. I don't think it's anything of crazy size, but it's actually not too shabby. Actually, gonna see. Not bad little guy. Just cast my line out way back. Was letting some line out and got smoked. It's not even that big of a smallmouth. off of Pickeral Narrows, just trolling into this little finger. Gonna check that out, troll around, and then I'll probably go a little deep side of the Narrows all the way out, and probably try for some lake trout at some point today if this wind stays down, but it's nice and cloudy, so it's a nice change of pace from yesterday's sun. Got another bass. This one's a lot more aromatic. There we go. Well, seeing as it seems just to be bass back in here, I'm gonna pedal around. There's a little creek that comes out just in front of me here, and pedal over there, see what's up. Pretty sure I see a swan hanging out over there, so go check that out. Well, you can tell it opens up behind, but I'm not gonna bring my canoe across. I'm just gonna stand up, take a peek. I was hoping for a bit more of a little marsh to go explore, but this will do. Well, lost my cloud cover, and it looks like it's gonna stay sunny for the foreseeable bit, which is unfortunate. It was nice enjoying the cooler weather because there is no breeze, so it is just stifling once when that sun comes out. But there's another group at the little Narrows lift over from the little bay I'm in to Pickeral Narrows, the true Pickeral Narrows. So I'm just kind of paddling around in this bay for a bit longer until they're done, and then I'll go hop over and start trolling my way back to camp. But just smallmouth in this back here. So I'm hoping once I get to the main lake, maybe I'll try running some deeper crankbaits or add some weight on to the line and get some lures down deeper, and hopefully the walleye are hiding in the main basins. But it's been pretty cool exploring this back channel, back bay. There's more to just explore back here, but I'm going to save the other half of it for another time. I want to explore a bit of the north shore of Pickeral today, so mosey back to camp because it'll take me another couple hours to do so. That's a trophy pike. Perfect. Yeah, that was all of 14 inches. See if we can slide our way through here. pretty shallow and tight though. Cool. Finally hooked up. It's been slow going this evening. Hopefully it's a walleye. Well, that was my walleye. I'll give this area another pass. Hopefully reconnect. Well, made that second pass, but it's a bass, not a walleye. Unless it's the very first walleye I've ever caught that's jumping. And the wind has completely died down for once. Yep, small bass. Which means the mosquitoes have started to come out. They're not bad, but the first time I've noticed any bugs. So. Well, it's been raining pretty much all night. It's just after 5 Quetico time. Gonna wait and see, and hopefully this starts to die off a little bit, and then I'm gonna pack up and it's gonna be a wet paddle out, but try and keep as much of my stuff dry as I can, just in case it does start to thunder or lightning and I have to pull. Well, can't really tell, but hammock's packed up, just about to make breakfast, and it's pouring now. So hopefully by the time I make breakfast, this dies off a bit, otherwise it's gonna be a wet paddle. Well, just as soon as I toss up my tent, or tarp, it starts pouring, so. In the time it took me to move my canoe down to the water, load my couple packs, my camera gear, I got a lot of water in there already, so it's gonna make for a interesting paddle out. I'm already soaked head to toe, so it's warm rain and it's warm outside, so I'm not worried about getting hypothermic or anything. But if I do start to chill, I do still have dry clothes and 2 tarps, so I can easily set up somewhere and shelter it out, but this shows 0 signs of stopping anytime soon, so we're just gonna have fun with it. Just rounding the last point. So we'll be into Santa Bay proper shortly. And almost out. And it is still raining. Albeit a little less, so the boat's not filling up as fast as I was expecting. But it will be nice to change into some dry clothes. That is for sure. Finally, gold.